Hello there, folks. Oh my gosh, I startled myself. Hope I didn't startle you. It's not my intention at all. Welcome to the stream. Spinal Tap was the first guy here. He is a guy, by the way. He's not a woman. If anybody thinks that, you're a fool. M Awesome dancing in the chat. And apparently, dancing with M Awesome as well. Wow, that's nice. Great moves out there, by the way, guys. I was watching you from afar with my notepad, as I tend to do when I see people dancing. Take notes on the moves. Jason Frey, welcome to the stream. He says another quality production of the Night Beast. Well, thank you very much. I can't take credit for M Awesome dancing, but I will take credit for those moves from Spinal Tap Taparoo. I was his senpai for a while. Taught him everything I know. You saw him doing the Charleston a bit, and that was all my doing. My gosh, Scrattles, you're sleeping on my lap.
I'm not sleeping.
You're trying to burrow your way into a position where I can't pull you out and get you off my lap. You know the rules.
There's no rules, Davis.
Oh my God. Richard Murdoch, welcome to the stream. He says, "What's up, Davis? God bless Alabama." Well, all right. What's that about? But sure, yeah, let's bless Alabama while we're at it. By the way, that song it's called "Fishing for Spears" by the band Boat Beam. I don't know if you guys have heard about them. They're a smaller little outfit. I don't even know if they're still together, to tell you the truth. But I do like that track. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, "So Davis, any more bits you want to tell me about?" I got a lot of bits that you don't know about, and we'll get to it when we get to it. You know how it is. But today we're going to be working. This is going to throw you for a loop, guys. We're going to be working on this picture again. Dear Lord, we need to finish this thing, because at this point it's become ridiculous. How many days have we been working on this? This is supposed to be an easy job, and we've turned it hard. Maybe not the best choice of words, but who knows? We're not men of words, us artsy type, us visual artists. We're men of action. All right. Jason Frey says Blossom takes a lot of work. Well, I wouldn't say that. But yeah, maybe I will say that. All right, time to get off my lap.
Come on, Davis! Why do you do this to me?
You've had so much lap time today.
That's true. All right, I'll see you later.
All right. You take care. M Awesome's going to be right back. That's perfectly fine. We'll be here when you come back. That's our steadfast guarantee to you. How's everyone doing out there in Streamland, over there in the chat? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start off with some more skulls, and then we'll work on armor. I know I said we'd do it like that last time. Then we just got caught up on skulls the whole day. But nothing wrong with that. Oh, one of the things I said I was going to do off camera was work on some text over here. I don't know if that's a big deal. I'll tell you what, we'll work on skulls up to a point, maybe around here, and then we'll fuck off and we'll finish the roof as far as all the detail goes. Then we'll come back and we'll work on some of the lighting, and then we'll go back and forth. You don't need an itinerary, do you guys? Maybe I'm just being a silly dog. My gosh. Smile, welcome to the stream. Hear my phone going off. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I've been embroiled in a controversy. Now, I do appreciate everybody out there who's recommended the stream to for people to check out. We like the people we have. We want to meet new people on the stream for sure. We might have gotten the impression that we're a dark place full of just the worst people imaginable. But it's not true. We're all good people, aren't we, folks? They don't want to answer. They know. They've been up to some low down dirty deeds for sure. But I don't hold that against anyone, really. Unless, of course, the dirty deeds that you have done are so egregious and I just can't look you in the eye. But I'll tell you what, I'll look every single one of you lovely people in the eye and tell you, really appreciate you stopping by. Katie Waxlover, welcome to the stream. Good to see you there. I know we're a little late, but we have to do things, folks. It's just the way we are. Got to extend our helping hand everywhere we can. Because that's what makes the world go around, isn't it? Isn't it, folks? I don't know. All right, what did we say that we were going to do with this skull? Did we say anything? It could be a regular skull. We have some irregular skulls around here. So let's sandwich it with just a regular guy. Maybe he's got bigger eyes than usual. That's perfectly fine. No one's going to judge this guy because he has big eyeballs. Because he's dead. And one of the things you don't do is speak ill of the dead. You heard about that? Don't speak ill of the dead. Unless, of course, your name is Michael Jackson. I don't know. I don't want to be controversial about that. Apparently, that's very controversial. I had no idea. People just don't believe that he was engaged in any malfeasance. Okay, that's fine. Chuck Nuts, welcome to the stream. He says, Evening, Hoss. 524 to go. Oh my gosh. 524. Oh, subscribers until I can unplug until I can unplug my dear wife's life support. I almost forgot. I made that promise to you folks. At 1,000 subscribers, I will go ahead and rid myself of the weight of my dear wife, who is sleeping calmly in a coma. The doctor's always pestering me. Davis, you sure you want to keep her on life support? And I tell them plainly, listen, I'm only at 570 subscribers. When I get to 1,000, we'll put her out of her misery. The doctors don't know what to think. Well, I'll tell you the truth. They do know what to think. They think I'm a jerk. To put it quite plainly, they think I don't care about my wife. But the truth is, I care about my wife dearly. But I care about YouTube so much more. Can't hold that against me, can you? At least I'm honest. A Cyclops skull, maybe? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can do that. We'll fit a Cyclops skull somewhere around here. Probably this guy right here. This guy right here seems like a Cyclops kind of fella. Oh, yeah. I'm totally feeling a Cyclops right around here. Probably a big old stupid skull with one eye. That's exactly who that is. Fuck you, Cyclops. You thought you could mess with our girl Blossom? Well, she killed you dead, didn't she? She surely did. All right, let's continue on with this one. Flesh him out just a bit. His head will be just sitting on top of the text that we will eventually put there. We're going to do 2 sets of texts, maybe even 3. Who knows? You can do all sorts of stuff. We're on Photoshop. Let's remember, we have so many options that we can get into. I don't want to toot my horn, but I'm a bit of a Photoshop kid. Not really, though. But yeah, tonight, Wednesday night. And we're at 9:15 right now, my time, and tomorrow morning I have to wake up early to do a morning stream. Ugh. We'd love to do it, though. I'm always so happy to wake up in the morning to do this show for you folks. Maybe that's a bit of a lie. Sometimes I just want to sleep. Can't blame me for that. Now, if I was a young man, I'll tell you what I would do. I would paint all night and on until the morning. Can't seem to make that work anymore. Be a ridiculous thing to try, wouldn't it? Well, if we got to 1,000 subscribers tonight, I would do that for you, I swear. I would kill my wife, and then I'd stream all night in celebration of my new found freedom. Viable Ninja, welcome to the stream. Crucial Bunny, welcome to you as well. Crucial Bunny says, you're an art man, not a Photoshop kid. Oh, well, there you go. I do like that better. Viable Ninja says, like the stream, you bunch of cunts. Hey, if you like the stream, that's perfectly fine. If it's something that you hate more than anything, and you can't stand it, then go ahead and dislike it. It's perfectly fine. Either way, it lets us know that, I don't know. I don't know what it serves. Apparently, it serves some sort of purpose. It's letting YouTube know whether or not they should pay attention to this stream. This guy always talks about murdering his wife, and people like it. Maybe we need to look into Ellen and see why she's such a hated person. That's just what I need. Google. Getting into my marital affairs. I don't know. Probably taking it too seriously. We'll be alright. Those are actually all of those are actually all of Blossom's alt characters that she got killed. It's probably true. Trucknut says disliked. I'm not banned yet. Oh my gosh. He's gonna carry this with him for the rest of his days. There's nobody that wants to be banned more than Trucknuts. And he's tried everything in his power But I'll tell you this, truck nuts. I've tried everything in my power to ban you. Actually, recently got in touch with one of my mods, still a mod on this channel, and I said, "Listen, you got to come back. These people are brutal." They said, under in no uncertain terms, they would not be returning. I think I'm a horrible person, guys. Something about how I treat my wife like garbage. They don't know. They don't understand. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, it's the Kill Your Wife Hour featuring your host, Davis. It's not all about that, though. Don't get the impression that this whole stream is about me trying to get out of my marriage with a much older woman so that I can leave her and legally marry a younger woman. It's not what this is about at all. It's only part of what this is about. Mostly it's about YouTube and getting that sweet YouTube money so I can use it all on drugs and debauchery. I'll put some teeth in there. Probably should be closer to the bottom now that I think about it. It's fine though. Ooh, does he have like sharp teeth? Yeah, he's probably some sort of monster guy. You never know. Most of these guys are monster guys. Not a human among them, in my opinion, given what they try to do, given the profession that they're in. That profession is killing people. All right, we're fine with what it is right now. We'll come back to it later. Let's do this Cyclops. Say it again 3 times fast, Davis. Oh, what am I supposed to say? If you say mods 3 times in the mirror, they will appear and ban you. Well, maybe I'll try that. Trucknut says, if you haven't plotted to kill your wife, you've never been married. Well, there you go. That's what love is, folks. It's the 2 documents that you should put together before you get married is your wedding vows and a detailed plan of how you will murder your wife. A little advice from me to you. Did you just growl, Davis? Did I? Spinal Tap Taparoo says, Davis, can I marry you? I need a green card. Well, you're not a woman, as we've discussed multiple times. You're a dude, and I'm an old-fashioned man. I only marry women. It's just the way I am. Not judging you at all. I'm just saying that's just the way. That's the way the cookie crumbles for me. All right, from my understanding of Cyclopses, now you'll tell me if I'm wrong, is they have one eye. Probably one giant eye. No depth perception at all with a Cyclops. I don't see why anybody finds them that menacing. Hardly know what's going on at all, to tell you the truth. But this one certainly wanted to kill Blossom for whatever reason, and she wasn't having it. Now, did she kill him with a slingshot? sure a lot of you think that that's probably how it went down, but not at all. Perfectly timed swing right into the penis, and that took him down. Now the problem is I don't know if it is a problem, but see, a cyclops will have one eye, but two penises. So after that one strike, then she cut off the other penis. She's been doing that to me since I've known her. Now that's not a slight against her. Okay, maybe it is. She's wearing me down, folks. I gotta wonder, like, how many of the things that I say is Spinal Tap Taparoo taking seriously. A little worried about that. I'm gonna give him a lore book so he doesn't go off the handle. Wait, is he serious there? No, it's not true. What is true is that I have a talking dog. Which does make a lot of people jealous. No need to be jealous of that, folks. Now, obviously, we all can't have talking dogs. Would make it considerably less special. But I think you'll know. A lot of people have talking dogs. It's fine. Killing Joke, welcome to the stream. I see you there. Now, Killing Joke earlier, I had to dip out because I had to do Blossom's thing. I call it Blossom's thing. Killing Joke does a stream where he plays some pretty good music, from my understanding. Certainly has every time that I've gotten there. On this evening's show, he did a good segment on Ronnie James Dio, which was well appreciated by me. A lot of those songs I hadn't heard in years. So good on you for doing that. Did you get around to doing Holy Diver? That was the first song that I ever heard of from Dio. I couldn't have been more than 13 years old watching Heavy Metal Ball, the Heavy Metal Ball on MTV. Now that was like a midnight show on MTV back in the I don't know, early 90s or late 80s. I don't know what it was. But I'd stay up so I could watch all the music videos of the heavy metal artists of the time. And that's when I was first turned on to Ronnie James Dio and Holy Diver. Now that video I thought was so fucking cool back in the day. But if you watch it now, it's rather ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, all of them are ridiculous now, in retrospect. But yeah, the D&D influence in metal music certainly can't be understated. And Ronnie James Dio was certainly a practitioner of the fantasy realms in his music and videos. Headbangers Ball, that's it. Thank you. Yeah. What did I call it? Heavy metal ball? Yeah, Headbanger's Ball. That was it. Hmm. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, remember when MTV was about music? Oh, well. Yeah, it's true. They're just going to make it work, I guess. Now it's about teen pregnancy. Or at least it was. I don't know what it's about now. We'll put a little head right here, should we? No, I don't think we should. Like she killed a little fella or something. But yeah, what was I gonna say about that whole thing? Oh, I was talking about metal. Yeah, I used to be a real metalhead when I was a kid, and my favorite metal artist was Ozzy Osbourne. Huge Ozzy Osbourne fan. Now, I grew up in San Antonio, Texas, and you might know the story of Ozzy Osbourne in San Antonio. Well, we have a little place called the Alamo, and one time Ozzy Osbourne came to town. This was in the early 80s, and I guess he got drunk and he started pissing on the side of the Alamo. And it upset people so much that Ozzy Osbourne was banned from the city. He could never come back. Now, how that relates to me is that people were really upset by it because I'd come to school, I'd have an Ozzy Osbourne T-shirt on, um, and people would really neg me for being an Ozzy Osbourne fan. Ozzy Osbourne peed on the Alamo, dude. I didn't expect to be like you don't expect to be like kids to be such so I don't know. I don't know what the word for it is. Like civic nationalists, like they're like it really bugged them that Ozzy Osbourne peed on the Alamo. But yeah, couldn't get past that. And remember, this is like the late 80s or early 90s, probably late 80s. So Ozzy Osbourne wasn't the god that he is now. I mean, when you talk about Ozzy Osbourne, you're like, Jesus, this guy's rock and roll royalty. But it wasn't quite that way then. I mean, there was no Ozfest or anything like that. So, yeah, Trucknut says, not sure how Texas is in Georgia. Hmm. ZZ Top fan? I do like ZZ Top, though. A little secret, I don't like to talk about it, but Ellen's family, they all look like ZZ Top guys with their long beards. And, I don't know, I probably shouldn't dox her family, given that I'm so close to getting rid of her. Gabellino says, when I was first introduced to Black Sabbath, or when I first introduced Black Sabbath to my classmates in elementary school, they all laughed at me. I got my revenge a few years later once they found out who Black Sabbath was. It's always interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I used to do that too. Um, Yeah, I remember bringing albums to school because in the drama class there was a record player and the teacher would let us play records sometimes. I guess she wasn't very good now that I think about it. I don't know why she did that. But yeah, I'd bring the Black Sabbath albums and Paranoid and all that. Maybe some Deep Purple as well. All my dad's albums. He didn't know about it, but try to play that shit. Can you imagine bringing albums like vinyls to school? A lot of you guys are younger fellas, and you don't can't even imagine that sort of thing. With your iPads and your diddly wops, you guys, with your diddly wops. Gobelino, reciting some lyrics from ZZ Top. She does have legs, and she definitely knows how to use them. That is exactly the lyrics. I like that video. You remember that video? Does anybody remember the She's Got Legs video? Now, the premise to that video, if I might explain it to you, is there's some dumpy looking girl, and somehow through the pure power of ZZ Top's musical magic, they are able to take this dumpy little girl and turn her into a sex pot, to a sexy girl, just by showing her legs. That's what the music was about. She's got legs. Can't you see her legs now? I don't know. I remember that music video giving me the feelings when I was a young Davis, a sprightly young Davis. Let me scroll up real quick so we don't lose anything. Whoop those diddlies, folks. That's right. Gabellino says music is one of the greatest ever uh, in greatest inventions ever made by mankind. This is true. Ever since the first man learned to play the skull, you know that's how it happened. Crucial Bunny, I had to do a presentation on the symbolism of Jimi Hendrix's rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, so I had to bring my mom's copy of Woodstock to school. My dad had that one too. Couldn't think of a way to work it into a school assignment though. So good on you. Trucknut says, You're lucky I can't double dislike, pal. I will not stand for such slanderous words in regards to my beloved diddlywops. Good day, sir. Oh my god, we've done it. We found the one thing that will get him to leave. Gabellino says Geek Thulu once admitted to satisfying himself to I Touch Myself. Who's that by? The Divinals? God, why do I know these things? I can't imagine. Ugh. Why did you tell me that? Why did I read that out loud? EDM, welcome to the stream. M. Awesome says, Truck Nuts makes me laugh. Well, too late. It's too late for laughter now. He's left. He said one thing about his beloved diddlywops, and he went running for the hills. Probably to go play with his diddlywops, if you know what I mean. How could you not know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Okay, we have some negative space here, and I was worried what we could do with it. But, you know what we can do with it? We can make a snake. Some kind of snaky scoundrel coming out of the Cyclops' mouth. Huh? That's an idea, huh? 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 Like, I want you guys to think how clever I am. You're not that clever, Davis. A skull coming, or a snake coming out of a skull's mouth? You want some fucking prize? You want me to give you my diddlywops just because you've done the same thing you've seen in every tattoo shop and from here to Timbuktu? Now, Trucknut says, this is my favorite chat. Could do with less Davis, though. Wow. Incredible. Naomi Diaz, welcome to the stream. Always like to see you around. All right, let's do a little snake guy. I don't know what he's doing. Hope that nobody thinks it's a worm or a penis. That would floor me. Bah. Actually, he could be coming out of the side of the mouth. Doesn't matter. It's a fucking snake. Doesn't matter, folks. We'll figure it out. Bah. We gotta make those sounds. Bah. The snake is coming out. Yeah, but there are so many of those fucking videos from the 80s. They're just weird as hell. You don't even think about them, though. Davis, is that a penis? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. A worm or a penis? As if they compare? Listen. All right, I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't want to get myself into any hot water. I've already probably said too much. Bah. I don't want to cover up this part, though. Ah, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Generic Thought, welcome to the stream. I'm late, but I'm here. Was busy deleting Davis's hard drive. Oh my god. Why? There's nothing there. I just lost like 200 recipes. And a lot of porn. There you go, growling again. Katie Waxler said, Am I growling? Dear Lord. I'm just a man. Caballino says Davis is losing his religion. That's him in the corner. Hmm. I don't know what that means. Ham Awesome says, I'll send you some Instapot recipes. Aren't Instapots the best? Now, it's probably not the best subject of conversation to talk about Instapot, but if you have one, you have to admit they are wonderful. You can make a nice pork roast in no time at all. Really amazing stuff. Spinal Tap Tapperoo says, fun fact, I haven't wore underwear for 6 days. Well, maybe you need to stick your balls in an Instapot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Doesn't make any sense at all. It's not going to help you one bit. Shreknut says, Blossom, I want to let you know Davis was telling the truth. He joined my barbershop quartet. We go by Tube Sock Anus and the Failed Elastics, formerly known as the Stretched Rectums. Yeah, I never liked that name. I don't even like the name that we have right now. But I'll tell you this about our barbershop quartet. We do a mean version of Sweet Adelaide. M. Awesome says, I like Spinal's honesty. It's hard to come by these days. He's a little bit too honest, in my opinion. All right, we're going to add another head right around here. Because what we want to do is have the snake's head on top of it. But since we don't know where it is, it's probably a good idea to draw it. Since he's looking this way, that guy's looking that way. If we had it on its side, the snake could come in one eye and out the other. So let's do that. We're thinking about things, folks. We're thinking about things and we're making those thoughts into visual images. Of course, all images are visual. So I guess I'm a dummy. Wow, Kitty Waxlover says, I'll go ahead and say it. Me no likey Instapot. Now, not only did she say it, but she said it like a Japanese person. That's how you know she really means it. Every controversial opinion that Katie Waxlover has ever said, she said it in an Asian accent. Don't even get me started. No, right now I'm fuming on the inside. You don't like the Instapot? Maybe you don't have good recipes. Let me get you one. Oh, I can't. Because Blossom deleted my hard drive. What a bitch. I'll tell you who would never delete my recipes because she loves my cooking. My dear wife Ellen. She's a wonderful woman. She doesn't deserve to be treated like a second-class citizen by her husband. I'll tell you that much. But that being said, we do what we gotta do, don't we? Sweet Adeline, my Clementine, sweet Adeline. Yeah, I can't really. I've never even heard that song. To be completely honest with you, I did a little background work and looked up popular barbershop quartet songs, and I saw that one there. Probably should have played it so I knew what I was talking about. But Trucknuts knows I don't know how to sing it because he's always getting on me. God damn it, Davis, you're out of tune. It's like you've never even heard this fucking song. Why did I even let you in the band? Tell you why. Let this blow your mind. Because I'm the guy that sews up all the pinstripe suits that we wear. Yeah, that's right. I'm fucking necessary. You can't kick me out of the band. Try it. You'll get a revolt, the likes of which you've never seen before. Now, Spinal Tap Taparoo says the future is pantless, and the future is now. Dear Lord, what's going on? Well, well, guys, you heard him. In this stream and in this stream alone, we're going to be taking off our pants. It's a pantless stream. Gabellino says, fuck this, I'm going to work naked tomorrow. If I get fired, I'm calling the United Nations Human Rights Tribunal. Well, there you go. I sound like Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born. In A Star Is Born. All right, that's pretty good. Is that movie any good, by the way? I've heard mixed things about it. I'll probably end up watching it anyway, just out of idle curiosity. Excuse me. Yeah, he bitches when we call him a seamstress, says Truck Nuts. It's not that you call me a seamstress, it's the way you do it. You do that hand thing where you're acting like I'm a fancy boy or something. I just like to sew. When I got into the band, they were wearing caveman outfits, it seemed to me. Burlap sacks. It's no way to have a barbershop quartet. But whatever, if you want to go back to that, kick me out of the band. See how that works out for you. M. Awesome says, yes, it was really good. The Star is Born. The ending sucks. I cried for 2 days. But I got over it, though. Oh, okay. I'm going to assume that someone dies. That at the end, Lady Gaga gets hit by a truck. So sad. All right, I'll check it out. Crucial Bunny says, Davis, what flavored juice are you vaping on? Well, something called bourbon tobacco. It's the only thing I can vape. Everything else is too sweet. M. Awesome says, I really like Sam Elliott. Yeah, Sam Elliott's great. One of the all-time best. He's great in everything he's in. In a lot of great movies, too. Speaking of that, Red Hot Chili Peppers used to play their concerts wearing a sock over their dicks. Oh, I remember that. It's like, come on, guys. Don't be ridiculous. That's one of the few bands that I absolutely abhor. I hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Find them absolutely fucking annoying. I've never actually analyzed why I find them as annoying as I do. But I don't know. Just the way it is, I guess. Truck Nuts is going to clarify. He says, that was Captain Caveman cosplay, and you know it, you disingenuous son of a bitch. Burlap sack, could you be more insulting? Do you know how many birds died perfecting the club? Listen, we don't have to talk about that. M. Awesome says, do you use a vape or a Juul, Davis? I use something called an Orca. You just screw the top off and you fill it with oil. Seems to work fine. Now, Smile says something that's completely wrong. He says, Davis is just sad. Hold on, let me scroll up. It got past me. Davis is just sad he never got to catch one of the socks after the show ended. It's not true at all. I would never go to a Red Hot Chili Peppers show, and I certainly wouldn't do it for some cock and ball sock. You're off base, sir. Moreover, you're banned. When my mods get here, I'll let them know. If they ever show up, you're the first person. Well, you're the second person on the chopping block. First one is of course, my partner, Truck Nuts. RHCP? Oh, Red Hot Chili Peppers sounds the same today as when they started. Never seemed like they evolved. Green Day is the same way, in my opinion. This is true. Whatever sound they have, I don't like it. And I don't like Anthony Kiedis' stupid face. I don't hate them that much. Yeah, I do. I really do. To tell you the truth, guys, I hate them with a passion. More than I've ever hated any other band, I hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Crucial Bunny points out Red Hot Chili Peppers got soft. They used to have the funk, but then they started doing songs like Porcelain, Danny, California. Naomi Diaz says, Davis, I posted something for you. Where? Do I have to scroll up for it? M. Awesome says Pearl Jam only gets better and better. I'll take your word for it. Smile says, well, I need to head out. Not trying to evade a ban or anything. See y'all around. Take care, Smile. Good to see you. Yeah, if you want to listen to funk, I mean, there's plenty of great funk bands out there. I wouldn't get my funk from Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like they say that their bass player there is great, and he is a talented guy, but I don't know. I find all their shit annoying. On Twitter? All right, I'll check Twitter. Yeah, Awesome says, I know you've never been a Pearl Jam fan, Davis. You don't have to lie to me. It's true. I've never been a Pearl Jam fan. But that being said, that doesn't mean that I'm going to ban you. Oh, I don't see anything on Twitter. I don't know. Sorry. Les Claypool is better than Flea, says Spinal Tap Taparoo. Oh, you're absolutely well. Les Claypool is a fucking phenomenon. I don't think you get much better than him. But that being said, yeah, I'm not gonna say that that Flea isn't a great bass player. Crucial Bunny says, but no one is better than Jaco Pastorius on the bass. You're absolutely right. I don't know. I watched a documentary about him a while back. God, he played with everyone, didn't he? Seemed to me he did. I keep trying to get Truck Nuts to get us a bass player in the barbershop quartet. But you know what he says to me? He says, Davis, you don't even know what a barbershop quartet is. The nerve of this guy. Jaco Pastorius he just lost his mind. He just started to destroy himself. Well, he was a true artist. But yeah, he needed someone to rein him in. Some of the shit he was putting out there was just fucking wild. He's one of those jazz guys. Didn't he put that album out that was completely discordant? It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Steve Harris is a freak of a songwriter and a bass player? I don't know who that is. Maybe I'll put that name down on my list, my ever evolving list. Hopefully, I'll remember that I put it down. Steve Harris. I should write down some more things to it so I don't. Bass player. Spinal Tap. Davis doesn't know who Steve Harris is. Ban him. I can't know everything. I bet you guys don't even know who Maguli Kaluli is. And don't ask me who he is. I'd be offended to answer the question. Spinal Tap Taparoo says Steve Harris is the bass player and main songwriter for Iron Maiden. I'll tell you something funny. Is I watched about 6 hours of documentaries on Iron Maiden. Just it couldn't have been more than 3 weeks ago. I've never been an Iron Maiden fan. It was in my recommendeds, and I love music documentaries. And there's like three of them back to back, just chronicling the start, the mid career, and the end of Iron Maiden. I watched them all back to back, and even after all that, the name completely escaped me. That's hilarious. But yeah, never been much of a fan of Iron Maiden, but yeah, hell of a story they have. Yeah, I definitely love all that shit. Like Rush, for example. I've never been a Rush fan. It didn't stop me from watching the documentary. I came away with a deep appreciation for that band. And there's another one like Twisted Sister. They have a documentary out. That was pretty fun. It's great to learn about the trials and tribulations of all these bands out there. Spinal Tap Taparoo says, you know who never gets credit? Blaze Bailey. He done a good job. Who's that? Is he also in Iron Maiden? Please don't get upset with me. I'm an old man and I don't retain new information. I only retain all the information I already know. Blaze Bailey. Hell of a name. Now, Am Awesome says, ugh, I got caught up watching all these Michael Jackson documentaries. Once I started, I couldn't stop. There's an interesting Michael Jackson documentary called Leaving Neverland. And I'll tell you what it's about. Apparently, now I only watched the first 15 minutes of it, but it seems like it's going to be a uh, a, a heartwarming story of Michael Jackson's interactions with his young fans. I wonder how it turns out. Blaze Bailey replaces Bruce Dickinson in the 90s as lead singer for Iron Maiden. Oh, okay. Crucial Bunny posted some Jaco Pastorius with Joni Mitchell in the Kumite Discord. Now I can't play it on the stream. I'm already pushing my limit playing the songs I do. But yeah, I think I'm familiar with that song. Yeah, he's amazing. Now Retro Ray, welcome to the stream by the way, Retro Ray. He says I stay away from the Michael Jackson rabbit hole. It's probably best to do that. This skull in the background, does it matter enough for me to care what's going on? Because if not, I'm just going to... I don't know. I don't know. Put the nose right here. Should I give him skull, like horns? M. Awesome says that documentary was such bullshit. What documentary? The one Leaving Neverland? Now I haven't seen the end of it. I assume it's about how he helped all the these children, and he helped them get careers in the industry, and it's all about them recounting what a great guy Michael Jackson is. So you're telling me that's bullshit? All right. I guess it's no point in watching it. Gabellino says it's fun to watch Michael Jackson do Billie Jean live for the first time and see people lose their shit. That was Jackson at his greatest. Oh, absolutely. Scrattles is biting my fucking hand for some reason. She wants me to watch Leaving Neverland.
You gotta watch it, Davis.
Oh my god. M. Awesome says, if you go back and read everything about James and Wade, I didn't believe a thing they said in that bullshit of a documentary. Oh, okay. All right then. Adrian Blom says, Davis, boobies, boobies. Davis, boobies, boobies, boobies. Oh my god. They've got to have their boobies. These boobies? What are you talking about? I just don't know where to put the eyes on this one. Sorry, folks. This one's really throwing me for a loop. Crucial Bunny says, Mac said MJ was one of the few people in Hollywood that wasn't a diddler. Oh, there you go. Don't know what to do, guys. Maybe it'll be just like this. Maybe we can get away with just doing it like this. Spinal Tap Taparoo says MJ hung his baby over a balcony. The dude is retarded. How else would you show off your baby to your adoring fans, if not by hanging him over a balcony? Crucial Bunny says, if you want rabbit hole of pestistry or sex pestery, look into Spielberg and Rocky Road. Yeah, I've done that rabbit hole. I'm talking about Heather O'Rourke. Adrian Blom says the Michael Jackson documentary is complete bullshit. Razorface destroyed that documentary. Razor Fist? Yeah. Do you get it? Welcome to the stream. Eyeless Skull. Next level. Trucknut says, God damn it, walk away for 1 minute and you inevitably turn the chat to pedo talk. This is why Ellen is still alive. He's right. Guys, let's not talk about this stuff. We need to kill my wife. Yeah, this skeleton guy right back here. He's turning out to be one of my favorites. I don't know why. He's got a good look to him. Maybe it's because he's in the background. He's just sort of hanging out. Like, I don't like to be back here. We will give him some horns because we like him a lot. We think he's a pretty cool guy, a pretty cool customer. Trent Eastwood, welcome to the stream. He says, good evening. My first counseling session complete. I'm on the right track. I feel like certain goals are coming together. I feel better and happier. Gonna keep focus. Well, congratulations to you, Trent Eastwood. I tell you, the best thing that I've ever done is go to counseling. It's made my marriage much better. No longer in a hotel. Still on the couch. But at least it's the couch inside, not the one on the porch. Baby steps, as they say. Baby steps. Scully the background skull. Yeah, exactly. Spinal Tap getting weird with me says, after Ellen passes on, Davis will marry me. Davis, I got my sex change card. I'm a chick now. Give me my green card. Oh my God, that's not how it works. Dear God. Now, Gabolino says, I will fight you for Davis's hand. We must agree to the terms and rules. Knives or guns? Dear Lord. Don't I get a say in this at all? Yeah, probably not. I've never been good at decision making. Retro Ray says, I'm a chick now too. God, that's what my chat does to people. Turns them all into women. Naomi Diaz says, I posted 2 videos to your Twitter. My God. Well, hold on. Let me check again. Did you at me? I don't have anything in my mentions. Yeah, nothing at all. No. Were you adding some other David Combs? I have no idea what's going on in the chat. Talking about brutalizing each other. Let's just stop that, guys. It's really not worth it. Fake Davis. Gokai Silver says, I was promised dragon tits. Oh my god. Will you settle for blossom tits? These are some really good knockers, guys. Adrian Blom says, Davis, imagine whatever you come in becomes pregnant and becomes a baby. And how fucked it would be. Huh. Do I have to? Yeah, that's it, Naomi Diaz. That's my Twitter. It's in the description to the video, but I'm not seeing anything. Do I follow you? Can I we follow each other? Yeah, I'll find you in my follows. Give me just a second, folks, and I'll find out what's going on here. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out later. Lord, what's that? Oh, thanks, Gokai Silver. I do appreciate that. Gokai Silver, he's donated $5 to the stream. He says, tip for the painter. Well, I do appreciate that, sir. Oh, $5 in the hat never hurt anybody. I follow you, but you don't follow me. Oh, what's your Twitter? Put your Twitter in here. I'm scrolling down real quick, just looking at it. Her Twitter is Spanish Samurai? I try to follow everyone back who follows me. In fact, I just tried to follow Clint Eastwood, but apparently he has to approve it. Heaven's New Baby? Oh yeah, that's right at the top here. Your tweets are protected too. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's because your tweets are protected. Who knows? Clint Eastwood says, I just got it. My ex has been stalking me, so fuck her. You want me to fuck your ex? To stop her from stalking you? It's a bold move, sir. I might be up for the challenge. I just have to get out of my marriage. And for that to happen, you know what we need to do, folks. We need to get up to 1,000 subscribers. And then not only will my wife pass on into that shadowy nether realm where all the people go, but I will also be having sex with Clint Eastwood's ex-girlfriend, who is probably crazy as the day is long. She will probably get into stalking me afterwards. But as long as she's not stalking Clint Eastwood, I think we'll be fine. Clint Eastwood says, I'd be okay with that. Oh, all right. How crazy is this woman? Wait, what am I signing up for? All right, I've been accepted into the fold by Naomi. Let's see if anything works. I don't know. I don't see anything. Oh, Sweet Adeline, a barbershop quartet. Yeah, I'll have to check that out later. Maybe I'll play it right now. Play it in the background.
In the evening, when I sit alone, a dreaming of days gone by, love to me so deep.
That's a familiar one. Isn't that familiar to you,
There's
truck
a
nuts?
picture that in fancy oft appearing.
We can't continue with that. That's ridiculous. I'll be singing that to Clint Eastwood's ex-girlfriend. That's what's going to get her in the mood. Dear Lord. These guys are dropping sick beats, fam. Oh, they don't hold a candle to what's her band's name again? Truck Nuts. Truck Nuts says, familiar to me, yes. Different language to you. Oh my god. He's so critical. Tube, sock, anus, and the failed elastics, Davis, for fuck's sake. You embroidered that name on every goddamn hat. It's like you don't even appreciate the goddamn band you're in. I'm sorry, Truck Nuts. Gotta admit, it's a long name. Tube sock anus and the failed elastics. This is why we never get booked in San Francisco. Conversely, it's why we always get booked in Greenwich Village. Don't really understand it myself. I don't know. There's something wrong with these horns. Probably something I'm doing wrong because I'm thinking about Clint Eastwood's girlfriend, who is probably also thinking about Clint Eastwood as she hides out in the bushes of his home, sharpening her garden shears, waiting for Clint Eastwood to come out of his home so she can attack. It's fine. At least you spelled it right, Davis. Oh, well. Oh, wait. Is that a veiled dig at my spelling? I thought that was a compliment, and then I realized once again. Never going to live that down. You think I would have learned? Clint Eastwood says, "Thanks, Davis. Now I have to take my axe to bed again." Oh my god. Well, at least you don't have to take your ex to bed. See, that was the problem that you did. You did one of those things that we all do at least once in our lives. You broke up with your ex-girlfriend, and then maybe a month later, maybe a week later, you caved and you had sex with her again. And then she thought you're getting back together or everything's going to be fine. Didn't realize it was a farewell fuck. And now she wants to boil your buddy. Did you do that? Did you do that, Clint Eastwood? Hannibal O'Neill, welcome to the stream. He says, "Mad skulls now. Cheers." Absolutely. Clint Eastwood says, "Oh my God, you did do it, didn't you?" Gobelino says, "Can I be the fifth member of your quartet? I could be the butt plug you desperately need in times of duress." Dear God. That's what I'm always on about truck nuts. I'm like, why can't we get a fifth member in the quartet? And you know what he always says to me? He says, "You don't even know what a quartet is." I'm like, you fucking son of a bitch. Don't tell me what I know and what I don't know. Chucknut says, "Gonna level with you. I lobbied for Busted Insides as a name, but they said the current moniker was less offensive." Busted Insides is kind of a great name. It's not the best name. It is kind of, it's a great name for an album. Maybe for a Cannibal Corpse album. Busted Insides. All right. I said what we would do is we would do some armor. So let's break it up a little bit and go back to doing some armor. Clint Eastwood says no. She refused. She refused the goodbye sex. Trucknut says, I think we may have an opening, Goblino. Well, he's the opening. I don't know. Maybe we should talk about it. You're not kicking me out of the band, are you? Wait, we can talk about this. Kicked out of the band. On my own live stream. Fucking amazing. I guess I was banned from the band. Oh, I'm not. Okay. All right. Wait, you're going to kick out Leslie McCready? For those that don't know, we have a guy in the band. His name is Leslie McCready, and he's the soprano in the group. Bit of a wild card, though. Now, I don't like to speak ill of anyone in the band. If Trucknuts wants to do that, that's perfectly fine. But I will say this about Leslie McCready. He's never done me wrong. Spinal Tap Tapper. If you need a bassist or a guitarist, I can help. I'll have to talk about. You have to talk to Trucknuts about that. He's very stingy about letting instruments in the band for whatever reason. Bit of a stickler about that whole thing. Scrattles, what is it? You know, now that I think about it, oh Jesus, I hit the wrong button. We're going crazy. Probably should work on this ass a little bit and this thigh area. Because I did notice that although it's all right, it could be better. Gabalina says, sweet, I can start tomorrow. I'll work for free and we'll start as a drum tech and crowd warmer. Then as soon as I see an opportunity, I will throw Davis off the bus and take his spot. Wait, what? Now maybe I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Maybe I'm not the brightest star in the constellation. But it sure seems to me like you're trying to oust me from the band. There, Goblino. You wouldn't even know about the band if it wasn't for my live stream. Trucknut says, that's the problem. No one wants to speak ill. I'm gonna do it. Not one, not one has, not one time has Leslie ever lifted a finger during shower time. No one likes to take her, Davis. Jesus Christ. Spinal Tap Taparoo. Probably should work on this ass and thigh area. Please do, Davis. You gotta do it. This is what the job of an illustrator is. So when you see something wrong, like if you feel like an ass should be a little more plump, you gotta dig in there. You gotta dig in that ass. Wait. Cabolino says, I will make sure Ellen gets all the royalties. I just want adoration and fame. Now you're gonna cozy up to my wife? My dying wife? This Cabolino character is a bit of a sneaky snake, in my opinion. Give her a really big ass and skinny legs. And one big boob with one small boob. Can't say I like that suggestion too much. Can't say I like it at all. Scrattles, what is your problem? You don't have enough to do? What is it?
I just want to come up there and say hello to everybody.
Okay, all right. Come over here and say hello.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Scrattles, the dog. I'm gonna bite Davis's beard because he's been such a dirty dog son of a bitch.
All right, all right, all right. What is it with you? Why are you so excited?
I just love you.
Okay. All right, fine. M. Awesome says Spinal has the best ideas, Davis. He surely does. But he has the best ideas for someone else. Not for us. We're not trying to make some sort of aberration of humanity here. Trying to draw a perfectly decent looking woman. Spinal Tap says draw Scrattles getting a treat. What do you think about that? You think I should draw you getting a treat? Why are you trying to attack me?
Trying to kill you, Davis.
Oh my god. Why?
Gonna give me the bad times.
Why are you doing this? Stop. My god, you should see her right now, guys. Ow. Ow. Okay, that's it. You're done. Totally not Missy. Welcome to the stream, by the way, but I will call you a dirty liar. I'm not above doing that because Totally Not Mitzi says Scrattles never gets treats. That would be a lie. Scrattles gets treats all the time, but she hides them. But you haven't hidden that one. What about that one right there? Now she's attacking my pointed finger. And leave my socks alone, by the way. We haven't mentioned that. Your predilection for taking all my socks.
I like socks, Davis. It's not a big deal.
Okay. All right, fine. Totally Not Mitzi says, I'm sore and my internet sucks because of clouds. Oh my gosh. Clouds getting you down? I'm sorry. Let's back up here for a second. Um, there's some volume issues. Noticing that, but I'm kind of thinking that I can solve that when I do the lighting. Obviously, I want to solve it now, but there's no point in doing it. So we'll move on to some things we haven't done yet. For example, let's do this glove, this gauntlet area, because we know that has to be darker. So let's do it. Also, we can work on boobs a little bit. We have to clean up these boobs because when we recovered portions of the picture, I don't know if you can see it. Look at all this crap here we need to clean up. So we'll just go over it lightly. Oh, and yeah, the resolution is really bad too. So unfortunately, we're going to have to do a little more detail work on the boobs just to bring it up to spec. Sorry, guys. I know you said you thought, Davis is done with the boobs, but we got to get it back to HD quality. So I apologize. Fucking Davis. I know what you're all saying. What an asshole. Let's go back to this. He's never really done with boobs. Just saying, says M. Lawson. Now, if you're thinking I'm just doing this because I'm a dirty dog, well, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't see what I'm seeing, that's why I sit on the high chair, he says, while he paints boobs. Replace Blossom's toes with nipples. Jesus Christ, what kind of creature do you want me to create here? What kind of person do you think I am? Go a little darker here. It's all about give and take. And the shadow would come around here. And we'll work on this a little bit. Totally not. Mitzi loves the idea. She says, yes, nippy feet. Nippy feet. Sounds a bit like a cartoon character in the 90s. Oh, nippy feet. Soften it up a bit. Oh, nippy feet. And make her nose a nipple as well. Oh, nippy nose. Who's that special girl with a nipple on her nose? It's Nippy Nose. Who's that girl with a nipple on her toes? It's Nippy Toes. When Nippy Nose and Nippy Toes get together, you know that the weather will be fine. I don't know where we're going with this. A little button Nippy Nose, says Totally Not Mitzi. All the girls in school showing their nippy nose dolls. Did you get a nippy nose? No, I got a nippy toes. Oh, you're so uncool. Everybody knows that nippy nose is better than nippy toes. Are you more of a nippy toes or a nippy nose? BuzzFeed articles start appearing. It's not really right. David's giving her a botched boob job. Fuck off. I'll have you banned right now for that statement, Miss M. Awesome, if that really is your name. I'll put you on life support and murder you. Hmm. Hmm. I didn't mean to say that. The chick on the bracer looks like she's holding an erect penis. The chick on the bracer. M. Awesome asked the question, are you a nippy nose guy or a nippy toes guy? Find out with this short quiz. I myself, I have to admit, I know it's a popular opinion and all, but I'm a nippy nose kind of guy. Sue me, that's just who I am. Alright, at one time I did make the arms wider, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. We'll back up for that. Spinal Tap Tapperoo says, don't ban Am Awesome, she's the only one who appreciates me. Ah, I see what's going on. You're gonna play favorites, huh? Dirty son of a bitch. Nah, it's fine. We're gonna be alright. Ignore the sword and look at her holding the handle. What are you talking about? The chick on the bracer looks like she's holding an erect. Oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. She looks like she's holding a penis right there. That's fine. Now, obviously, I didn't mean it to look like that, but I'm going to say that I meant it to look like that later on when I'm really mad at Blossom. When she does something that I really hate, I'm going to say, I hid a penis in your picture. You did what? I did it. That's what every illustrator does. It's called professionalism, folks. Get with it. Spinal Tap says, Davis, keep it. It looks good. Totally Not Mitzi says, this guy tried to tell me he was a nippy peen, but it was warts. That guy was Davis. God damn it! That ain't right. But it is true. So, I don't know where to go with this. I can't be too mad at Mitzi. I can only really be mad at myself. This is the problem, though. Every time I get mad at myself, it's like I demand self-reflection so I can change my behavior. But I don't want to do that. So I'll just blame you guys. That works too, right, guys? Just blame everybody. Davis, did you save yet? Oh, thank you, sir. You're a good man. Now, I went through my settings before I started streaming, and it says I'm all checked off. It says I should be good. And I did go to my preferences with Adobe. And so we're not going to get updated until I say so. Smoothing up this shoulder, smoothing up this arm. Like I said, we'll do a little more fleshing out volumization here once we do a little bit more lighting. An artist drawing a dick in depiction of your persona is the deepest of insults, said nobody. It's an interesting point that I'm going to ignore. Totally not, Mitzi says. I try to stay honest. Yeah, it's fine. Spinal Tap Tapperoo says, Davis, when you get the chance, can you search on YouTube Super Fluffy Boys, please? Sounds like gay porn. I'll look it up real quick. Super... The fuck is going on here? I went onto YouTube and there are 2 concurrent streams. Oh, wait. No, there's not. Sorry. Ignore me. I thought there were 2 streams by the same person. What was it? Super Fluffy Boys? Alright, guys. This looks like it's safe for me to play. Let's look at these Super Fluffy Super fluffy boys. Oh! 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 Oh my god. These guys. Oh my god. They're adorable. Look at them. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, thank you for that. Super fluffy boys, if you want to check that out later. I don't know what they are, but they're adorable, aren't they? The best guys. Spinal Tap says, look how cute they are. They're seals with legs, says Clint Eastwood. Totally not. Mitzi wants one, but she's not allowed to have any animals around her because the state said she's not allowed because of some weird things that she did in her past. Am Awesome says, I need one of those fluffy, chunky butts in my life. Scrattles, get down. You know the rules. It's like a furry slinky, said Trucknuts. It was. Just like that. Those dogs are awesome. Tell you what I have to do sometimes this week. I have to make a video of our pugs because, oh man, they're so adorable. So cute. Yeah, I'm doing boobs again. Don't talk to me about it. Scrattles be jelly of the fluff. Yeah, she didn't like it. Totally Not Mitzi says, I was expecting something very different. Yeah, from Super Fluffy Boys. Mittens, was you expecting short, hairy guys? Yes, hoping. But I like puppies too. All right. Let's redo this part. I don't know what happened. I think I finished it before, but maybe I didn't get a recovery. Mr. Miyagi was his name. Oh my God. Davis, if you ever get requests from me, it will always be wholesome stuff. All right. That's what he says. It'll always be wholesome stuff. Until it isn't. Maybe on her breastplates, she'll have two swords outstretched on the sides here. It's not going to matter too much. Just a little detail. What are we at? 66%. Let's go up to 100. Totally not Mitzi says, Davis, look up scrap whores. I swear it's wholesome. My God. Trucknut says, 2 trains leave for Georgia at midnight. How long till Davis goes back to the boobs? It's like a psych question. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, it's not a very hard question at all. It's more like, how well do you know Davis? It's like a BuzzFeed article. Pugs have sleep apnea? Some of them do. Yeah, I didn't know until later that there's like one breed of pugs that has that, and one breed that doesn't. Something about their snouts. It's like they tried to breed that out. So they recommend if you do have the one breed to not continue breeding it. Not good for the dog as a whole. M. Awesome says, Spinal only sends me the dirty stuff. And Spinal agrees. It's true, M. She has seen my butthole more times than anyone else. M. Awesome, did you get my thong picture? I'm going to stop reading this. But I'll continue. M. Awesome says, you'll have to resend it, Spinal. All right, tell me when you get it, and tell me what you think. Just sent it. Hot damn, that's the prettiest asshole I've ever seen. I'm going to stop reading this. This time I really mean it. Not a reason in the world to read every comment, Davis. Sometimes you just got to let things go. Let the chat have their fun. And not comment on whatever degeneracy is going on. Okay, boy? Okay. Sometimes I talk to myself like I'm a dog. I don't know if that's normal. Totally not, Mitzi says. My friend had a Boston Terrier pug mix. Oh my god. He was all mouth and always made the funniest noises. His howl sounded like a choking gargle noise. Yeah, Scrattles is fixed, so she can't have babies. But it would be interesting to see a Scrattles pug mix. Sorry, Scrattles.
It's perfectly fine. I don't want to be experimented on for your amusement.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, Penny, after she had her babies, her whole demeanor changed. It's like she had postpartum or something. not to belittle that at all for all you women out there. Altcentra says open stream, boobs, good, beautiful assholes, not so good, not bad so far. All right, we're 50-50. Just cleaning up this breastplate here. Right now it's low res. We have a low res version going on here. Gotta detail it up. Is Penny your wife? Penny is a pug. We have 2 pugs in the house. One is named Pugsley, and the other one's named Penny. And Penny had babies not too long ago. I guess 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. These little pug babies are adorable. And there's one in particular. He's the boy of the bunch. They're all females except for the boy, of course. He's like a Bowser, man. He's considerably bigger than all the other dogs. Penny is Inspector Gadget's daughter. Oh, well, there you go. Let me draw you like Davis draws his thoughts. M. Awesome's going to get into drawing assholes. She's going to blow me out of the water, folks. Drawing men's assholes online. I don't know if there's going to be much of a market for that, to be honest. But at least she'll have a good time doing it. It's one of the passions that she's always had in life is to draw men's hairy rectums. But apparently that won't be a problem with Spinal. And Awesome says, I'm going to live stream it just for you, Davis. Dear Lord. So did you look up scrap whores? Oh my gosh, you're going to make me do it? Is it on YouTube? Scrap whores. This can't be something that's on YouTube. Oh my god, there's a lot of different scrap whore videos. Gypsy scrap whore? Dear Lord. I'm not playing this. I don't know what it is, but just can't do it. Gypsy scrap horse. Going back to the boobs, folks. Cannot be talked into gypsy scrap whores. I won't do it. I made a promise a long time ago, for whatever reason, to never put gypsies on my stream. People always like to call me out on that. Well, eventually Davis will put a gypsy on his stream, then we'll get him. It's not going to happen, folks. Jason Frey says Davis is so much more than a dirty dog. I feel like that's not a compliment. You finally going to lay down, Scrattles?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Sometimes you make me nervous. All right, let's get rid of this line here. It was a backhanded compliment, says Am Awesome. I don't know. If my mods were here, he'd be singing a different tune, I can tell you that much. Now, Trucknut says, changed my dislike to a like for your continued dedication to a gypsyless stream. Still unhappy about the band situation, though. Oh, well. Can't do anything about that. Am Awesome says, I'm the only mod needed here, Davis. I don't see a problem. All right. Jason says, my hand is firm, but fair. I don't know. You're probably right. I am so much more than a dirty dog. I mean, sometimes I'm a salty dog, to be quite honest with you. I don't mean to be. Sometimes the saltiness comes out in me. Can't do anything about it. Jason Frey, not one emoji. You must be proud, Davis. Oh, you're turning over a new leaf. M Awesome says, I've known Davis a long time now. He's a stand-up guy. Feel like there's a butt coming. Gabalino says, you know, Spinal Tap, Taparoo, without underwear, you're rather vulnerable to random and unsuspected entry of the rectum. You don't have much protecting, you especially if you're wearing a skirt. Why do I read these things? Personally, I think Spinal is well aware of the situation regarding his rectum. Probably planned it in advance. He jaunts around London, saying coyly, "I certainly hope no one pegs my rectum tonight." Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Stop nudging me. Hey. Spinal Tap Tapper says, "Oh no, what will I do when I get penetrated? I guess I will have to suffer the attack." See what I told you? That does not sound convincing at all. Alright. So the wings would go over here and up to the edge. And we'll do some highlights here just briefly, and then we'll move on to something else. Just want to prove to you that I'm actually working. Sometimes these things get like this where you just work on it so long and you just like, God, has he actually done anything? In fact, we'll do another layer and we'll save. There's nothing but trouble in the chat, guys. As Jason Frey says, butt trouble. Titties on titties? Where will it end? It doesn't have to end. We could give her a shield and then put titties on that. If we wanted to get really crazy about the whole thing. But we won't. We won't, folks. That would be too much. Jason Frey says, I hope it never ends. Dear God. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. Sometimes that happens. Can't get rid of it. Looked on forums about that whole thing and has something to do with reorienting the windows or something. I don't know. Change the color over here. Something that's better. And then we'll get back to work on the armor plating. Let's do this hand here. vape for a second. Spinal and his lovely butt, says Jason Frey. Oh my god. Oh, what's going on? All right, what does it look like over here? More or less, there's not too much work to do here, but we know there's not a lot of light to be seen. So we'll just take that into consideration. Put a few lines here. Just to show what kind of metal we're dealing with. Sometimes that happens. That was the most reassuring nothing statement I've ever heard. Your tone made it seem like it's going to be all right, while your words led nowhere. Bravo. It is true. Sometimes we do that here, guys. I don't know if you've noticed this, but we say a lot of nothing here, don't we? And by we, I mean me. Let's be honest, folks. And by folks, I mean me. Let's be honest, Davis. For a second, if we could. I ran out of things to talk hours ago. At this point, I'm just whistling Dixie. If you don't believe me, just hold on for a few hours and you'll see. The only reason I'm here right now is I gotta be, because I gotta finish this goddamn picture. We gotta move on. Now, if I was a better artist, a more seasoned professional, I would have said to hell with this a long time ago. But to be serious, folks, for a second, yeah, that is one thing. Because I don't have a deadline on this. So once again, I've put myself in a position where, without a deadline, I'm just going to keep on working on things autistically until I think it's finished. Dear Lord, that could take us a very long time. Jason Frey says, is Vape angry with you, Davis? I don't think so. Why do you ask? Because his general tone is anger all the time? Trucknut says, I say a shit ton of nothing here. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with that. Trucknuts really does save the best material he has for the lyrics that he puts together for our band. Some of the most engaging lyrics that you can ever get from a barbershop quartet. Sings a lot about pirates for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he likes pirates. Spinal Tap Taparoo says Stoned Davis Stream win. Oh god, that would go nowhere. I would not be talking at all. Goblino says, dude, you're getting a Grammy for this drawing. I can feel it. Probably will get a Grammy. I've gotten snubbed for Grammys. All my professional career. Never even been nominated. What's that about? I talked to my good friend Demi Lovato about that. She says I don't understand anything about music. Or how the Grammys work at all. You know what I told her? I told her she was the problem. And she stopped talking to me. She said our conversations made her want to do heroin. Jason Frey says, I hope Blossom appreciates your hard work, Davis. I hope she gives you the good times. Oh my god. I don't know what you mean by that. I'll tell you this, Blossom is no whore. I would certainly not whore myself out. I would recommend no one do the same. Nah, probably not. The only value I've added in any real sense, says Trucknuts, is my advice to off Helen. Everything else is a work. Oh my god. Well, we do appreciate that advice. Just going to go a little darker on the edges here. Just finding form. Slowly building up the form. While also adding texture. Texture is important with these things. Trust me. I know a lot of you guys don't trust me. You think I'm just whistling Dixie. You think I'm sitting here swinging, singing Sweet Adeline to you. Well, I'm not. I don't even know the lyrics. Wouldn't do that to you, folks. I save that kind of shit for Sweet Betty's Potpourri Barn every Sunday. I'm awesome. Always doing laundry, like a Like a good woman. Trucknut says, are there art groupies? You lived in the scene for a while. Is that a thing? Not in any real sense. Like girls that hang around particular artists. Yeah, it's not in the same way it is with the music world. That being said, girls dig artists. I won't lie to you there. It's a different class of girl that you get being an artist. You get obviously a very diverse bunch, but you get the weird ones, like the real fucking crazy ones. I think you know what I'm talking about. They're just fucking nuts from a different planet. But also you get the real studious girls, which is what I like. Then you get artsy girls as well. They're somewhere in between. Am Awesome says Davis is a pimp. That's not true. Davis gobbling up all the librarian poon before Ellen. I don't know. Tell you the honest to God truth, the one thing that I like more than anything is a girl with a good sense of humor, obviously. I went on a date, I don't know. I don't know if you would call it really a date with a girl that just didn't get me at all. Like she really liked me, but she didn't get me. I don't mind telling you. Maybe you guys have gotten the impression that I'm a bit of an odd character. Maybe my sense of humor is a little out there, but it's not anything you don't understand. But yeah, this girl, man, she liked me a lot, but she didn't understand a goddamn thing I was saying. And I think it was exactly because of that whole art thing. She liked me because I was an artist. And there's Scrattles again, stealing a sock. What are you doing? You have bones everywhere, and you're going after a sock. What are you, nuts?
Now he pays attention to me.
See, I didn't have a talking dog back then, but I can assure you this girl would not get that at all. I think she married an art gallery guy. I think that's what ended up happening to her. She married this guy that owns an art gallery. She was just into that whole scene. Like a double D sense of humor, Dave Snows. Naomi Diaz says, I like artists because I am one. Yep, dated a few artists in my day. Gabalino says, wait, is the cowboy hat, Davis? Girls love a good, rugged, manly cowboys. Well, I don't mind telling you, I'm not a rugged cowboy. By any stretch of the imagination. Spinal Tap Taparoo. So you see how Van Gogh done these strokes? This is what makes them fantastic, Davis's date. I like flowers because they are pretty. No, actually, she would fucking intellectualize shit like far more than I would. To the point of it being just obnoxious. Now, I'm not saying that she was obnoxious, but I don't know. Art speak? Is anybody familiar with that bullshit? That is the one thing that I do not like to do. Well, probably one of many things I don't like to do. I don't like over intellectualizing art. I mean, I think there's probably a place for it. It's not my favorite thing to do. There's been a few times in my life that I've been put on the spot where I had to bullshit my way about talking about art in an intellectual sense. And luckily, I can pull it off. But I hate it. I kind of abhor it as a subject. Like after one art show that I did, I got invited. This group of people invited me out to go to a bar or something and hang out. And I think they thought I was someone that I'm not. And they were like artsy people. They were gallery hoppers. Um, and I would gallery hop every once in a while as well. But they were like really into like art. And for me, that's like the last thing that I want to talk about. Given that I do it, I spent so much time doing fine art. The last thing I want to do is talk about art. But they only want to talk about art. But what was I saying? Oh, but yeah, they didn't. I think I disappointed them quite a bit. So they expected. I think they expected me to have some sort of deep, like a deep philosophy about what I was doing. I think, because I was all right, basically what I was doing in New York was painting pictures of buildings, right? And I called them portraits of buildings. And I was using the same techniques that M.C. Escher would use, and that was called relative perspective. Um, let's do something real quick. Because we can do this really quick and I can show you. Now, whenever you're drawing a building, like in any real sense, let's say you have a corner here. Ah, shit, I'm already fucking it up. All right, you want a straight line, and this is your building. You know what? Let's put it on a different layer. Yeah, if you're doing a building, you do a straight line. And then you have your vanishing line going off in the distance. We've all seen these things before. And this is called perspective. You have your horizon line, and all your lines are going off into the distance, depending on where that might be. And that's just basic perspective. Well, what M.C. Escher did is he had what's called relative perspective. And once you get into it, there's nowhere. I mean, there's no stopping point. You can go anywhere with this shit. It's just fucking amazing. So let's say this is your horizon line, but let's curve it. Let's curve your horizon line. And let's say you have a building. All right, rather than doing that straight line that we saw right there, let's curve that fucking line. Now, even though I'm painting outside, I'm justifying everything to this line. Like this is the corner line. We're going into the back, all the way over here. And it's not like rocket science or anything. It's just relative perspective. Now you see how like dramatic that line is? Well, it could go fucking far beyond that. It goes far beyond that. And that was what I was doing. I was just exploring these ideas. What I found out was that as popular as MC Escher was, nobody was really digging too deep into that score. Um, it was like they thought MC Escher was, oh, okay, he did all that, so we don't need to to further his thought process. Now, when I got into it, I was like, oh wait, no, 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 no. There is so much more. You can do so much more with this shit. And so I used because I love architecture. The natural progression for me was to go to New York, paint buildings because I could do it on the side of the street, and I could really explore some of these painterly or these artistic concepts. And they're not big, like I just explained it to you right now. It's not a big deal. So when I was explaining it to those guys, I think they expected more out of it. It's like, no, this is just what I do. While I was talking, the chat started talking about something. I'm trying to catch up on the chat right now. I'm like, the fuck? The fuck are you guys talking about? Got llamas in there and Spinal Tap Taparoo. Davis, you ever teach art? Yeah, I taught painting a little while. Um, I didn't think I'd be any good at it. I still don't know if I was good at it. I'd probably be better at it now, to tell you the truth. Especially now that I have a hardcore technique. I've refined my technique so much. But yeah, back in the day, I think teaching painting is actually important. Not only are you handing things down, but it solidifies in your mind. Because when you paint, you don't actually think about why you're doing things. So if you teach, then you have to kind of contextualize why you do things. But I don't really have time to do that. Maybe one day I'll try to set something up. Maybe I'll set up a live stream. Spinal Tap Taparoo. Well, you dumbed down art enough for me, and I'm retarded. Well, there you go. Oh man, we got the worst version of this. I remember this now. Got the hands all wrong. Gabalino says, Optic could be your first student. All right, funny story about that. I don't know if we should get into it. But all right, let me go into the Discord real quick. So today I saw a tweet from Broski, and he had this picture that Optic did. And let me show you it. And this is something he did today or this morning on his show. And what do you notice? He's using painterly techniques. He's not using the techniques that he was using before on that tutorial. Like, look at how he's shading here. I think he watched the video and he actually took my advice, because how he's doing shading here, he's using brush strokes rather than relying on the lasso tool and the spray can. Now, this isn't a perfect image by any stretch. Obviously, there's some problems with it, but I got to give him credit, because I saw it and I was like, wait, this looks different. And then I started looking like at it more closely. I was like, wow, he's actually painting the uh, the the shading of the picture. So good on him. Now, maybe it was coincidental, but it seemed pretty clear to me that he took some advice there. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's how he normally does it. But I looked back on all the pictures that people have posted of Optic's work previously, and he had never done that before, to my estimation. And he's getting good effects from it, you know? Like we've always said, the Night Beast is always here to help. And if we've helped one artist to adopt a technique that'll give him more enjoyment and control, because it's not really about what's the best technique. It's about what's going to give you the most control. And if he's doing that and he's finding that this is a better method, hats off to him. Absolutely. Spinal Tap Tapperoo says, I'm off to bed. Everyone take care and good night. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by, Spinal Tap. I always enjoy you being here. Gabalino says, the boxing dog looked cool. I don't mind it. Yeah, there's probably some problems there. Well, I don't mean probably problems. Um, but I think the colors are muted a bit, but that's a problem that you get from working dark to light. And what that shows to me is that he is adopting a new technique. I think that's great. I mean, I don't want to shit on anyone. I want everybody to be better and to have more um, joy. Because sometimes when you do art for a long time, you can miss out on the joy, especially when you're trying to chase down shortcuts. Sometimes with the things that you can do with these programs, you're trying to find these shortcuts and then you lose the joy of things. Yeah, there's probably an easier way to do something. Yeah, that's fine. But does that gel with how your personality works? Is that going to scratch your itch? Because a lot about creating, a lot of things that we do creatively are not necessarily about getting from point A to point B, but scratching that itch, that what you love to do. For an example, I could easily cut and paste clouds. I could have a master cloud um, file where I could just cut and paste clouds all day and that'd be fine. But I love painting clouds. Why would I, rob myself of the enjoyment of doing something like that? Altcentra says Davis slapped him hard enough with his painter edict that some talent transferred by osmosis. I hope he enjoys it. I really do. Gabolino says, good competition makes everyone improve, or it should. Growth is what it's all about. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Scrattles, what is it? You can't come up here. This is not lap time. All right, we're going to finish this thing up. But it is getting fucking late. We'll get this sword in, and we'll paint this penis for Spinal Tap Taparoo so he can see next time. Shrek Nuts, I learn a lot here I apply to real life. When my wife asks if her ass looks big, I tell her, you could use a better source of a secondary lighting. She loves it. Tips for living here on the Night Beast. Draw a cloud girl, says Caminito God. There you go. That might be something. Let's go back over here and check out what this is. How's it work? Okay, it just comes down. Adobe's telling me there's an update available for something. Fucking dirty dog. What are you trying to do, Adobe? Trying to fuck with me again? There's an update available, Davis. Take this opportunity to save. There's an update available. It'd be a shame if anything were to happen to your artwork. Alright. Probably a lot of things. Well, I know there's a lot of things to do with this thing. But we'll have to pick it up for tomorrow because I don't want to. For me, it's either stay up all night or get to bed right now. So, let's show you guys what we've done today. Get rid of that layer. That's what we did in the last few hours. But this is what we've done in the last few days. So we made that ass bigger, made the thigh bigger, got a bunch of skulls in there. I don't want to say that we're approaching the home stretch, but we're certainly looking to be in a better position moving forward. Gabolino says, so you had done that one and you lost your progress? Yeah, when we lost progress, well, I don't know. You could go back to that old stream. laid out where the progress was. Basically, I lost 2 days of progress, but we got it all back. Anyway, did I save? Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I just saved, but I'll save it again. All right, guys. I do appreciate it. Scrattles is giving me the bad times. I will see you guys when I see you. Thursday morning stream. Probably do something tomorrow night as well. You guys take care, and I'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody. Bye. I got lap time. Lap time.